We've got the right stuff.
Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Noob or Not, my ongoing video series where I play the heroes of Overwatch and ask you, my loyal viewers, to let me know in the comments below what I can do to improve my gameplay. Now, Season 5 just wrapped up and Season 6 is about to start, and I did do my Season 5 qualifiers the last week of the season. The last week of the season? Yeah, which is 3 months, but it's going to be 2 months. But we'll talk about that as soon as we set up, because what we're doing to set up here is kind of seeing what they've got first. Counter Pharah, we've got a Pharah, we've got a Lucio. I'm confident in my Pharah. I'm kind of spotting things out. I saw Mercy fly over here. Lucky break for me, it's both Mercy and Genji, so I was able to pick one and finish them off. And I say pick one because I lost track of Mercy, but I found her, so I fly back over here and I finish her off. And then I let my team know the point's clear, put a little pressure on the Reinhardt, my Genji finishes them off, and we take the point. All right. So I've done my Season 5 qualifiers. I went 8-2, and I came out of it with a silver rating. I played mostly Lucio and Winston's, but I flexed a lot. You know, people who watch this channel clearly get I'm a flex player. 8-2 in silver, I was a little frustrated. I would have thought that even against, because I'm pretty much a silver player anyways, I would say, some people say I'm gold and some people say I'm better than that also. Of course, you know I'm a Lucio Plat. Just dive in the Mercy here. Once again, they're not coming in with very strong positioning, so it's easy for me to get in. Something happened there, I'm not really sure. I mean, I jumped to my doom, that much is clear. But I think at the time here, I'm going to watch it again. I felt like maybe I got concussed a little bit by the other Pharah.
I mean, that Lucio's coming.
Or maybe there was another Lucio somebody just mentioned, so maybe I got booped a little bit. Anyways, they take it. We're going to come back. I'm coming with Pharah. I'm not sure why. Oh, because I've been having such strong, such strong dives on Mercy. She keeps going back to the same spot, so I figured I'd just kind of risk it that time, and it worked out for us. I landed a Junkrat trap, but fortunately for me, Mercy was jammed up in that corner. There's nowhere for her to go. All right, so Season 2 was 3 months, and I intentionally waited because well, let's face it, I sandbag. I sandbag all season long, ladies and gentlemen. No, I don't. I just, I'm not heavy into the competitive scene because I lose my temper a lot. If I get super competitive and the people around me aren't, that can be problematic. And if they are, but they're not playing as effectively as I believe they should, even though I may full well be a noob in that regard, it might be completely irrational. I really, it's like if we're here to compete, let's compete and let's do it all the way, and it gets frustrating. Decent tire over there. Speaking of tires, do I want to start Season 6 like right away? Because it's a 2-month season this time, and it's going to be, I don't know, I think it's supposed, that change was intended to make it more intense throughout the duration of the season, rather than at the end of the season finding people that are just showing up to finish their qualifiers. I say just showing up. I showed up, but I didn't just show up, you know. I was there to do my qualifiers. But there's people that get in there and just log in, pick Torbjorn's, and put down a turret somewhere where it will shoot at the enemies, and then they go hide somewhere in the corner of the map, you know, which may be a perfectly viable strategy to them, but oh, look at me, lucky me, look at me, I get an environmental. Try to get this. I was really desperately trying to get that Winston environmental, and there it was. Oh yeah, it felt so good, a Reinhardt and a Winston. There can be only one monkey. Nice. Also, regarding the season changes, now you got to think about this. This is something I do every season. Is now the time to strike, quote unquote strike. You know, I tend to have a strategy of going in with 2 or 3 anyways and carrying the other 3. But is now the time to strike? I mean by that is Junkrat, for example. Recently, today, if you went in today, I would say he is a surefire pick. Him, Junkrat, and Doomfist. Who'd have thought? If you'd have told me a month ago that Junkrat was going to be a must pick, and I say must pick, but man, oh man, he does so much damage now. He can build his ult so much faster. He's got a second bomb that he can toss out there. He can jump, get up in the air twice. He can double jump now all the time. You know, he can triple if he times it just right. It's, you know, it's just one of those things. Is now the time to strike before that adjustment to his tire happens where it doesn't conserve momentum and go flying over things off of the jumps it does. You know, gravity appears to have no effect on it at this time. If you were familiar with the Junkrat tire before, you would know that it would go somewhat up the wall, and then gravity would kind of slow it down and stop it, or stall it there as it fought against itself, you know. But now, presently, it just goes and goes and goes. So,
I can't get to
you know, if you want to go gorillas in in season 6 right now, go get Junkrat. If you're a Junkrat main, now's the time, right? But I'm thinking I'm gonna wait because that's crazy. I don't want to deal with that more than anything. No. I think what I'm gonna do is wait for the mercy changes, because the mercy change. Oh, I really think he was trying to push me off the edge, and I was really hoping he was going to, and I was like baiting it out of him actually, but it didn't happen.
Just jump back.
Yeah, and I just jumped back. So I was like, come on, dive at me, but it wasn't happening. I was telling my teammates here, that's what I was trying to fish it out of him.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All right, so I'm waiting for the mercy change. I've been practicing the mercy adjustments lately, and I have a friend of mine, a guildmate, who plays mercy in the way that she is about to be changed to anyways. He is super stoked. He reses immediately. He doesn't look, well, he might look. He doesn't really look around to see if there's going to be a second person dying. Well, he just goes for it. I'll talk about that more in the mercy video I have planned, because that's coming down the pipe.
They gave up. He just shot you in the face. Like,
yeah. Oh, another change to Season 6. Apparently, these best of 5s are going to change to best of 3, just like in quick play. Hello, Widow. And I think that's awesome. I got to admit, that was a hindrance to my entry. It was a barrier to entry for me, because that's quite the commitment of time. You know, I know I end up playing all night anyways, but it's you know, you can't just, if something happens, I don't want to leave my team because, like, I don't know, the power kind of starts flickering or something here at my base, or I have a bad connection. I don't, but I have friends who have received bad connection and who have bad connections. Come on, get that 76 off the edge. Trying to bait him over there just wouldn't happen. Anyways, they'd have bad connections, they get kicked, and now they have a suspension. So there's got to be something to fix it up. Oh, Yellow Claw with the Michael Jordan. Come around the corner. 1-2 environmental boops, and then that's where I was finishing off that mercy. Thanks for the help. And apparently there was a Zarya and a Junkrat. Oh, and then you cannot escape the pit, Lucio. That was pretty impressive, though. Rail riding that deep in the pit's pretty impressive. I'd like to thank the usual suspects: DS9 Protector, Trinks, and some new blueberries, Pear, Wapaw, Yellow Claw. Thank you so much for helping out. I've already sent you an invite. I sure hope we're going to be able to hang out in the future. My friends, if you've enjoyed watching this, you found it silly and whimsical, or perhaps entertaining or educational, then by all means, if you found value, please do consider subscribing for more content just like this. Until next time, thank you very much, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.